Hey kindergarten, we're back for video 2. This week we are working on drawing and talking about school supplies and what we use them for. So yesterday we did our pencil drawing. So it looks like this is our pencil, but today we're going to talk about something else that we're using for writing time, and that is our crayons. So we're going to draw a crayon box today. We thought it would be something fairly simple for you to draw, but it's also something very important because we use our crayons a lot in kindergarten. So yesterday we said that we write with our pencil and that we draw with our crayons. So we use crayons to draw with and to color with so that we can add color to our pictures. Because if all we use is a pencil, then it's boring and gray. So we need to add our details with our crayons. So you might have a crayon box that looks something like this. It might look a little bit different, but this is the one that I have. So this is what my drawing is going to look like. You can make your drawing look like my box, or you can make your drawing look like your box. Either way is fine, as long as you can tell that they are crayons. So let's talk about this box. It is a rectangle because we have two short sides and two long sides. So we know when we go to draw, we're going to draw that. And we're going to use yellow and green on our box. I don't care if you put all of these words and these little designs on your box. We can maybe just draw some squiggles. It doesn't have to look exactly like it, but you can if you want to. And then you can see that we can see a little circle here with what our crayons look like inside. And if we open our box up, all of our crayons are inside there. Your box might open where you can actually see the crayons a little bit more. I'm going to draw my box closed like this. It's just a little bit easier. So just like in our last video, I'm going to use a marker to draw with, and then I will color in with my crayons. You're welcome to draw with your pencil and then color with your crayons, or just do the whole thing with your crayons. I have to use a marker so that it shows up good in the video. So we already said when we start to draw, we're going to draw a box, a rectangle, to make our box. So when Miss Wilson starts, I'm going to draw my top line and my bottom line and my two side lines. Remember, when we're drawing, we want to make sure that our picture part goes in our blank space on top, and any words we write are going to go on the handwriting lines at the bottom. We don't want to draw our picture down here at the bottom or make our words go all crazy all over the paper. So I'm going to go ahead and start on my drawing. I've got short line, long, short, long. So right in the middle of my top space, I'm going to draw my box. And you can see that my box didn't come out perfect. My hand slipped a little bit. It's okay, because in kindergarten, we're all going to make mistakes every day, and we just keep working. If I had done this in pencil, I could erase it, or if I had done it with my crayon, I could sort of color it in, but it's okay either way, because we're not perfect. We just do the best we can. So here's my box, but now I need to turn this rectangle into this crayon box. So Miss Wilson's going to draw this little half circle that's on the box so we can see my crayons at the top. And then I'm going to get my crayons out to start making the designs in color. So I'm going to put my marker down, and I'm going to get out my green crayon so that I can start adding these details on the side. So I'm going to find my green crayon because the bottoms of my box have these green triangles on them. So I'm just going to draw those green triangles and color them in, because I want my drawing to really look like the box. Whether that's my box or a different box of yours at home is fine if it doesn't match exactly. But we definitely want to be able to tell that it is a crayon box. So then you can see that I've got this red number of my crayons here. So I'm going to go ahead and write the 2 and 4, but if you're still working on your numbers and you wanted to just draw a circle there, that would be okay too. Or you might have a box with a different number of crayons and you want to write that instead. That's okay too. So you can see so far this is what my drawing looks like. I've got my box, I've got my green triangles, and I've got my 24. And then I need to color in this other section yellow. So I'm just going to pull out my yellow and I'm going to start coloring. I'm going to leave space at the top to draw in those crayons right here. So I'm just going to color the rest of it yellow. Remember, like I said yesterday, I'm trying to rush coloring through this so I don't take the video is any longer than it has to be. You can pause it and take as long as your child needs to get this done. I'm really just trying to rush to value your time in my coloring and drawing. At school, we obviously take as long as we need, and we want you to as well. I just don't want to take any more internet or time than I have to for you. So then I'm just going to draw in these crayons right here. And just like yesterday when we drew our pencil, we drew the rectangle shape. That's sort of the same thing I'm going to do on mine. It doesn't matter if the crayons match up exactly, so I'm just going to reach in and grab whatever crayon comes out. And I'm going to draw my rectangle like this. I'll show you. Let me draw two and then I'll show you what it looks like. So I'm just going to make mine like this. If you wanted to be incredibly detailed, you could draw the triangle top and everything. But I think once I get done, you'll be able to tell what I am drawing. So I almost got my white out, but then you can't see white. So I'm going to pick a different one. Ooh, Miss Wilson's got a bunch of colors that look sort of the same going. So I'm going to try and mix it up a little bit. I'm leaving just a little white in between each of my crayons in the box, just so you can see them really well, but however you want to make yours look, it's your drawing and you can make it like you want it to look. So we want to really think about the details in our prompt and the topic that we're choosing and make it look like that, but they don't need to look exactly the same. So I'm just going to draw one more crayon in there. And you can see that this is my crayon box. Okay? I think if you looked at this, you would know that that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a crayon box. So we need to write the words crayons down here on our line so that we've got our picture drawn, but we also have our label. So we're using our drawing, our thinking, our drawing, and our writing to go with it. So I'm going to get my marker back out. And I'm going to sound out the word crayon with you. So remember, just like yesterday, we really want to see what they can sound out. Of course, you can just copy mine when we're doing this because we want them to get the practice. In class, we're really working on talking together about how to sound that out. You can stop the video, of course, at any time and talk to your child about stretching that word out and what sounds they hear. Since we're doing it this way, I'm going to go ahead and keep going without stopping to stretch it out with your child. But the first thing we hear is cr, cr, cr. And there's not a letter that says cr. It's two letters together. So we need to stretch it even more to hear k and r, k, r. This is something we'll work on a lot during the year. But for today, let's take that k and that r. So our first letter is k. And that could be C or K. Both of those letters make that k, k, k sound. And then we only have one letter that says R, and that's our R. So C and R both stay below the dotted line because they're two of our shorter letters. So now we've got cr, and now we need A, cray. Well, A is the name of a letter and a sound. So we're going to put our A for crayon. Cray. Okay, we've got cray. If your child has got this far, then you're doing great. They might only be able to pull that first sound, or because it's a blend with the they might be totally confused all the way around, and that's okay. This is only the second day of school in the second video, and we're working through it. So we've got cray, and now we need on. Crayon. What says ah, ah, ah? O. So we're going to add that O. And then we have n, in. So you can see we've got the word crayon. Now, just like we talked about, eventually we'll want to proofread this and make it correct, but this is wonderful for kindergarten. A kindergarten teacher could read this and see that it says crayon. So now we need to write the word box. Box. B-ox. B-ox. So that first sound we hear is b, b, b. And that is our B. So we're going to start at the top and pull down and then make our curve. Crayon. B, b, b. Now we need ah, and we already said that was O, so we're just going to add another O. And our last sound that we hear is X, and that's our letter X. So we add our X for crayon box, and we've got another video done. So please take your time, work at your child's pace, and you can see that we have a crayon box and the word crayon box. And that's it for today. I hope you're enjoying this time drawing and thinking and trying to sound out your words, and we'll keep working through them. Thanks.